biggest fights back to back.
Yeah, that's the irony. These are rumors and speculation that we've been dealing with since 2018. We know where it comes from. There are 2 or 3 guys who love to say it, and they've been saying it every year since 2018. And our reaction is going to be the same thing as it's always been. We're not going to engage. It's time to make big fights. And as you stated, we just keep rolling along, making big fights, trying to support and grow the sport as much as we can.
Are you surprised they're still saying this? Because they've been saying this about Showtime for what, a decade, since Floyd left HBO and came to Showtime?
Well, yeah, I said the last 5 years since HBO went out. But look, there's been the critics and the naysayers from the very start. I mean, there are people saying I wouldn't last 2 years in the job. There are people saying I did a stupid deal with Mayweather. There are people saying PBC and Showtime have been going broke since 2015, 2016. So, the reality is there's always going to be critics. You can't really play into them. You just got to keep doing the work, doing big fights.
Yes, the Zone has lost $6 billion since 2016, but somehow, some way, it's Showtime that's going out of business. So again, so what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, look, it's the market's changed a lot. We've been here 37 years. We've been supporting the sport. I'm not sure exactly why there's so many people who seem to be rooting for us to go out of business when we've been one of the driving forces for the sport and supporting the sport for almost 40 years. So look, it's all about growing the sport, doing the biggest fights possible. And you're right. There's double standards. I mean, there are companies that have come and gone. Came in with great fanfare, said they're going to change the sport, and where are they now? But we just keep doing what we came to do, which is making the big fights.
So what's your response to what Dana White had to say today on Instagram regarding never exceeding the top boxing gate yet? Dana said it's only because of Crawford, Canelo, and Gervonta. What's your thoughts?
Well, as usual, Dana's comprehension isn't that good. I never said I was taking credit for any of it. I said I'm stating facts. And the fact is this is the third $20 million gate. And the fact is that UFC has never done a $20 million gate. But the reality is, I don't expect anything, really all that different from Dana. I stated facts. He responds with name calling. It's sort of like a 4th grade discussion. And, I'm not here for it. As between the two of us, I think the guy who's on camera putting his hands on his wife is the one who's the scumbag and the piece of shit. But that's just me, But I'm going to let it go because the reality is, it's a battle of wits, and he's unarmed, and there's nothing left to say.
The fans have been asking how come Showtime and PBC don't have a replay option of all of their fights on the Showtime app, because a lot of fight fans want to rewatch the fights over and over again, especially when they will also help Showtime's subscription count and help promote fighters.
Yeah, it's a good point, and that is a feature that's on the roadmap. It's been on the roadmap. Fortunately, with a lot of the tech stuff going on, the move of Showtime within Paramount Plus, there's a lot of tech stuff that's sort of backed up. So it's certainly on the roadmap. We hear the fans. We'd like to get it done quickly as possible.
Well, me personally, I'd be dying to watch these great fights on Showtime again, like Benavidez versus Caleb and Crawford versus Errol Spence. Even the undercard fights, especially if we pay for them pay-per-view fight, that should give us the option to rewatch the fight we paid for. Would you say that that's a fair request from the fight fans, and how soon can something like that?
Yeah, I mean, look, we do have the pay-per-view fights on replay, starting a week later. But I understand people want to, have an immediate replay option before the week passes, and it's something there. That's one of the areas I don't control, is sort of the tech part. So you got to sort of sometimes be patient and wait for the priorities to get addressed. But it's certainly something that's certainly coming in the future.
Another request by fight fans is an option for no commentary during fights, only the sound of the punches and fighters' corners. Is that something Showtime can provide, for the fight fans?
Interesting. That's one I hadn't heard of. Yeah, that should be simple enough. I know there's been some experiments. I know there are networks that have done that for entire broadcasts before, and it's an interesting experience. That's something I'll look into. I hadn't really even thought of that.
Hey, yo, what up, Fight Worship? Boy, Boxing Fanatic. I'm back with another one. Showtime, Stephenespinosa He letting it all hang out right now. He going off, and let it be known that Showtime is not going nowhere. And I've been saying this in my videos, these last 4 videos, that Showtime is winning. Ain't no other network putting on shows like Showtime.
Hey yo, what up you guys? It's your boy Boxing Fanatic, back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest and greatest content.
And he going off on Dana White and the rest of the guys. Listen to him. So, Showtime, STEPHENESPINOSA, he made it very clear within the last 3 to 6 months, Live Gate, they did 3 shows that done over 20 million. You do the math, that's 60 million. Live Gate, that's not even pay-per-view numbers. And for the people that were saying, oh, Showtime is running out of business because, they were switching over to Paramount Plus and this, that, and the third. Well, he already let the cat out the hat. Basically, Showtime ain't going nowhere, and Showtime has been putting on the best and the biggest shows for over 40 years, almost 40 years. And I think the way that it's going right now, they're going to continuously to put on the best and bigger shows. I don't see no other network doing it like Showtime right now. Not even ESPN, not even The Zone. We already seen what happened to HBO. I mean, all the best fighters left HBO. When they didn't sign Floyd, and when Floyd left HBO, where he go? Where he took his talent? Where he took everybody else? To Showtime. The biggest fights is at Showtime. They got all the best fighters there at Showtime, and PBC and Al Heyman. And with Floyd, you might always say Floyd, like you say, if you sign to Al Heyman, you sign to him, basically, in so many words, because he the one got Al Heyman into it. Yeah, man, STEPHENESPINOSA was just basically letting it know, Dana White, going on a rampage saying this about Showtime, and STEPHENESPINOSA was basically saying, like, what kind of man, put his hands on his wife and there's no repercussion. Like he said, he's a scumbag, basically. And Dana White has some harsh things to say about him, and saying that, Showtime ain't doing what they said that they doing. And Showtime and STEPHENESPINOSA basically laid it out all on the line. Like, let them know, hey, this is what we doing, this is what we got going on, and we doing the bigger and better shows. And I do, because if you think about it, we're just gonna say in this last year, who kicked it off? They signed Canelo Alvarez, his first fight with Caleb Plant. After Caleb Plant, then you had David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. Then after that, you had Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. And then after that, you had Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. Now we got Canelo Alvarez and Jermell Charlo. Man, ain't no other network doing it like Showtime right now. They putting on the better and the biggest shows right now. Showtime is winning. And me as a fan and as a journalist, I'm happy that they putting on these big shows right now, because everybody want to be with the winning team, and that's Showtime. They doing it right now. They the best right now. And they, like DJ Khaled said, we the best. And that's what they doing right now. Y'all let me know if y'all know other network right now putting on the bigger and better shows right now. Nobody. I'll wait. In the words of Cat Williams, I'll wait. Ain't nobody doing it. Not The Zone. They $6 billion in the hole right now. ESPN, they got some good fighters over there, but they not doing it like Showtime. Showtime is go time. If it ain't go time, it's no time. And Showtime is putting on the shows right now. You heard it. It's Showtime. Man, Showtime is winning, man. Y'all got to give it up, man. For right now, you just got to bow down. In the words of Beyonce, y'all bow down, fall in line, and get with the program. If you're not with the program, then you lost. You lost in the sauce. STEPHENESPINOSA right now in Showtime putting on the bigger shows. And that's just a test to it, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, all right? Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. One love, one life. I'm out. Peace.
If you enjoy content like this and you want to see more, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.